Hey guys, it's Jillian and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting a brand new series called the College Application Process Series, for lack of a better title. Oh my god, that spells caps. Oh, because you guys are getting your grad caps. Oh, that was really bad. I decided to start this series because I know the college application process is super tricky and anybody can use some extra help to get through it. Each video is going to focus on a different aspect of the college application process, starting with this video, which is asking your teachers for rec letters, to brainstorming your first Common App idea, to editing, to intros and everything like that, all the way up to when you press the submit button. Really quickly, I also wanted to thank you guys for 500 subscribers. That's so cool and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, and here is the comment shout out for this week. So thank you so much for all the support. I really appreciate it. In this video, I'm gonna guide you through how to ask your teachers for rec letters, and it's gonna go over when to ask, who to ask, and how to ask. And I'll even include a little sample email tutorial to help you guys build your own email to ask your teachers. So let's just get into the video. The very first thing is when to ask your teachers, and you want to ask as soon as possible. Even as you are watching this video, open a new tab and open that email and just get writing. These teachers definitely will have a lot of students that are asking them for rec letters, and by the time that they get to the end, or maybe like the 50th student that they have to write for, they're not going to really write as good of a rec letter as the very first person. When I asked 2 of my teachers to write my rec letters, I was the very first person to ask both of them, and so they obviously can focus a lot on my rec letter, make sure it was good, maybe edit it through once. I don't know how they did it, but I'm sure it went well because I got into college. So make sure to check the end of this video if you are writing your email, because you can follow right along with my tutorial and get that email sent out right away. The next thing is who to ask, and this is super important because you want to pick somebody who is going to portray you well to colleges and really paint you in the best light possible. Typically, you want to pick one teacher that is math and science related, and then one teacher that is English and history related, or it can be a language. Some schools actually require you to have both of these teachers, such as MIT, so it's really important for you to think ahead when you're asking your teachers so you're not rushing at the end and you get the best possible letter. Usually it's best to get junior year teachers to write your rec letters, but if you feel more comfortable with one of your sophomore year teachers, or you think they would paint you in a better light, then definitely go for it, because this isn't looked down upon. It's just usually better to get your junior year ones because they have seen you persevere through maybe more difficult classes. Of course, if you're really involved with a certain club or organization on campus, it is perfectly fine to go and ask that teacher for a rec instead, because they have seen you in a different light. This is especially true when they've seen you in a leadership position in your club, because they can paint you in a totally different light than your normal teachers would. Another thing is that it doesn't have to be a teacher of the subject that you do the best in. Sometimes the best teachers to write your rec letters may be the class that you struggle in the most, because you may be going to tutorials with them and getting to know them there, or they've seen you persevere through their class and they can write about that. So the bottom line is really that you want to pick a teacher that has seen you at your best, someone who's seen you either hardworking or persevere through a class, or done something for the community, or had a leadership position in front of their eyes. And this is super important because it gives them a lot of different things to write about. And one last tip is that it doesn't have to be your favorite teacher either. I promise that even if you know that you're their favorite student and they're your favorite teacher, they will not be offended if you don't ask them for a rec letter, because sometimes your favorite teacher might not always be the person that thinks the highest of you. And on top of that, you want to make sure that you know that this teacher is a good writer, because if they're not a good writer, then they may not be as persuasive to the college application committee. The last thing is how to ask your teachers for a rec letter, and this is a little different this year because you weren't able to ask in person, but it is perfectly okay to ask over email, and I'm sure everybody is doing it this year because of what's going on in the world right now. The other thing is that if you are still in school right now, because I know schools are coming to an end currently, it is perfectly fine to ask your teacher over Zoom. If you want to ask them like, hey, can I catch you for a second after class, then that is perfectly fine too, and I'm sure they would really appreciate you reaching out to them like that instead of just shooting them an email. But of course, an email is perfectly fine. The biggest thing right here is to just be really polite to them and be grateful for their help and all that they've done for you in the past year, because teachers do really work hard and they want their students to succeed, and you want them to really know that. So I'm going to show you a demo now detailing some stuff that you might want to say in the email to your teachers. As you're watching this, you might as well just open a new tab right next to this video and start writing a new draft to your teachers to ask for your rec letter right along with me. Also, if you want a link to this draft email, it's down below in the description and you can customize it however you'd like. The first thing, of course, is the subject line, and I just went with a simple "Hope all is well" and college apps question. I always just say hi, and you can address them however you usually do. I say, I hope you enjoyed your week or weekend. I always like to add this in just because it starts off the email in a positive way. And definitely make sure to delete week or weekend so then you don't accidentally say both if you're using the draft in the description. So the next thing I do is start a new paragraph and I say, I wanted to thank you for blank, and you can put here whatever you want to say. Maybe it could be what they've done for you in the past year, helping you with something, managing your club, anything like that. And then I say, you're always so blank, so just describe them there. And I really appreciate you helping me with blank, and just add whatever they've done for you this past year. Then I say, I have enjoyed getting to know you this year, and blank, you can put something more personal about them, or maybe something funny. If you have any inside jokes with them, that would be really good to put here. Then I start a new paragraph and I say, on another note, I'm beginning the college application process. I wanted to ask if you would be willing to write me a recommendation letter for my college applications. I would really appreciate your help and support. I just add this in because it reiterates how much you really appreciate their help. And then I also add in, I can provide any information to make it as easy as possible for you. I added this in last year when I was doing my rec letters because I wanted them to know that I would make it as easy as possible on them, because I am aware of the fact that they have so many rec letters to write for other students too. And these extra materials can be anything from resumes to little stories from their class to anything else that they might want to know about you. Then I do another paragraph break and I say, let me know if you have any questions. Have a nice day. Best, comma, and then put your name there. And I went back and added thanks again for a great year just to close off the email. And that's really all there is to it. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you found it helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and comment if you have any questions or video ideas that you want me to do in the future. If you want to keep up with this series, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I already have about 14 different ideas for the next parts of this series, and I'm just super excited about it, and I'm so glad that you are joining in. I'll be posting almost every week, so as you are going through your application process, you can also come to my videos and follow along with them as you are going through the process yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Bye!